trying to remember his teammate's name, but they did really well. Either way, it looks like we're starting off with game 1 of Palmtree Panic and Bamya versus xJcoolJ and Djessir. And I mean, you know, first tournament of the year for twos. Question always ends up being, well, what are we gonna see? I was telling people that, you know, I was expecting to see still some Wushang Onyx, but instead it looks like we're still getting the Wushang, of course, but then Olgrim, no surprise, EU is gonna be popular.
And Olgrim and Bryn. Yeah, I'd say EU has been at a standstill meta-wise for the last 7 years. Right, that's, I was thinking maybe we'll have a lot more Sword.
Yeah.
South America tends to be the herald of the metas to come, and as we saw last weekend, they were playing Sword galore.
Yes.
But in EU, you could always expect the classic axe picks. There's that edge guard here coming out from Palmtree Panic. xJcoolJ, right, narrowly avoids the nair, but I think by going off the stage as far as he did, he gave Djessir an opportunity to get that ground pound. So they even it up 4-4 now. As both teams are going back and forth quite aggressively here.
Yeah, and it's funny now because of the popularity of Olgrim in twos, it's really kind of the only time you get to see him as much these days, because in singles he's not really played outside of Kaina last weekend, which was a bit of a surprise. But
yeah, Axe in general I think has to be coupled with a little more of an aggressive weapon. I don't know, Lance is like, I think Lance is fine, but it has not been played in singles at all, so Olgrim's definitely not that popular. Ground pound comes through, weapon throw. Nice. Almost, I thought took down Bamya, but no, Bamya had the jumps. The neutral stick hits Bamya again too, but hey, the friendly fire is working out. Goes to the gravity cancel D-Light recovery, and Bamya was there in case the Sair came out, but he was just kind of like, let me just get the guaranteed. No one's coming to interrupt me. Good team combo there to be able to finish up the stock, and an amazing play from the blue team so far. xJcoolJ and Djessir get revenge onto Bamya. Palmtree Panic though looking mighty healthy.
Yeah, I mean, only in the light yellow here, getting a bit of conversion with these gauntlets as well. These gauntlets being a pretty centralizing weapon in the twos metagame for, I want to say, over a year now. Just really strong, hard to get around, and of course off stage, beautiful D-like ground pound we're going to see coming out from Palmtree Panic there. And then the 2v1 situation that Djessir almost certainly isn't going to be able to do. But taking a look at the damage here, right, Bamya could go down, but Olgrim has a lot of defense, and then you have to get through 2 stocks of Palmtree, and Palmtree's just pogo galore.
Oh, he waited it out so far that I thought he was going to lose his stock there in the fall down, and he did. He was the one that could play around with that last stock, but now Djessir's even more damage than before.
You see, he's getting a little bit tricky with some of these chase dodge patterns.
Oh my god,
he might be able to do it.
He got both of them.
Weapon throw?
Goes down with that down air. Gravity cancel and Sig. That was weird. Side Sig, I think, would have like gone to the stage, but would have left him vulnerable to getting ground pounded. He side airs Bamya. They have no idea how to fight Djessir. He's comboing both of them. Recovery comes through. Side Sig can knock Bamya out. Djessir, no way.
Okay, the side air is not going to be enough, but he is unarmed, and I think that might be the difference here. The recovery is not going to be enough. They're going to starve him, as they should. The unarmed D-Sig, almost enough to take out Palmtree. He needs one good hit. They have to get the stock, and they do with the conversion off of the unarmed Neutralite into the gravity cancel down Sig, but that was way too close.
Yeah, that was a little rough. Bamya coming in at 365 damage at near the end there. Palmtree Panic at 638. So definitely carrying the team on his back there in game number 1, and the 2v1 looked really rough, and that was surprising to me because we saw they had the team combos on the fly in the middle of that game when they were able to get that knockout off the top of the gravity cancel D-Light recovery, and then just completely floundered when going up against Djessir in that 2v1. So we'll see if that happens again, or if maybe something can happen when you've got 3 stocks to 1 and you kind of just relax. You let your guard down before the time's over, and depending on who you're against, you could be fighting against somebody who's just trying to avoid getting clipped, or they're actually trying to make the comeback happen.
Yeah, and I feel like for Palmtree too, right? Like historically, people have always said that Lance into Gauntlets is a really tough matchup for Gauntlets, and he was the one that had more stocks, and so he had to play the lead there, but he kept trying to run into Rocket Lance with Gauntlets.
I mean, he used so many jump pogos on the spear that he almost just fell off the stage himself, and then eventually did lose his stock trying to go for that edge guard. So, and here we are. In game 2, sidelight nair, Palmtree with the double recovery. Try to go for the third. Bamya does not get the side air. Djessir holds on, but that's going to be that first stock, and now they can get a team combo on xJcoolJ. Just a pogo.
Oh, they're still trying to chase here. That sidelight not going to connect. 3 or so whiff sidelights from Bamya trying to follow up, but that's fine, right? I mean, could be bigger damage, but we're getting something on top of the screen here. Chasing, goes for the gravity cancel. D-Light, he would have had to go for what, like a chase dodge recovery or something after that. I don't know what else he could do. He didn't have anything, so he was flat beats.
Lots of calculated risks coming up from Palmtree. He's definitely reaching as far as as humanly possible on some of these strings. He tapped it off stage, he went over the top. He hit Nair and then went for gravity cancel downlight while he was sweating into the blast zone. Neutral Sig finally takes him down, but Bamya still has 3 stocks. Djessir almost in the orange here. Bamya does get hit by the recovery. That Pogo narrowly avoided. Great awareness from Bamya there to avoid losing that stock. And then a team combo who gravity cancel sidelight Nair. Palmtree cannot get the wake up recovery. It takes a ton of damage from xJcoolJ. That's like 3 Nairs in a row.
Beautiful. Nice recovery coming out here from xJcoolJ as well. Now let's see, downlight, not going to connect from Bamya here. So just trying to get a little bit of a break in the mold, trying to hang on to the stocks here, and Bamya still has 3 backing into the corner. Trying to get a punish on the Djessir there for that end light, just couldn't quite time it.
Yeah, got caught in the X end light instead. Weapon throw? Oh, I don't know what that pivot was for, but that down tick will take him down. He's shut down. Palmtree jumping for his life. Looks for a weapon spawn. He ends up giving it to Bamya, and which is kind of ideal. Bamya definitely has the lower health being on a fresh stock here.
Nice.
So he can play forward. Oh man, Bamya is right there to be able to stop xJcoolJ from going any further, and this looks great for the blue team.
This is gonna be bad. Yeah, xJ's gonna fall there. And now Djessir with 1 stock almost gets caught by that gravity cancel N-Sig, just kind of somehow weaves into the blind spot of that signature by fading in, but definitely doesn't have too much time left here as Bamya starting to beat up on xJcoolJ. A stray Sayer from Djessir is gonna be able to get a stock there, but Djessir still looking very unhealthy, trying to run away here. Unharmed recoveries chasing him in the sky. He's gonna have to be doing his best not to get counter poked here.
All right, is it going to be xJcoolJ's turn to 2v1, or are they going to take them both down at the same time? Bamya avoids that side sig, weapon throw, pick up down light, not going to work just yet. Ground pound to get stopped. Okay, Djessir can get the edge guard here.
Nice save.
Putting out the side sigs. Side light and Nair ends up hitting on the Palmtree. Down here, not going to spike. That recovery will spike. Uh-oh.
Wait.
Oh, he goes for the
Sayer. Oh, no.
That could have been the double knockout for xJcoolJ. That was so close.
I thought it was going to be a ground pound
but
sure.
Bamya had 2 stocks. I thought.
Still, but if you got both there, maybe you get a double KO, then you get a 1-on-1, you know? Like, there's some stuff you can do here. xJcoolJ, though, in a pretty precarious spot, gets caught by the Wushang Classic, and that's going to be game number 2.
That down stick has gone through, like 4 nerfs on how it can be held because of how often it doubles. It's been used in that way. But I'd actually say that it was a pretty creative usage. A lot of the times you just kind of like stand there and you're just holding the down sig in place, and people like react to the startup, and because it's doubles, you end up getting hit by one side or the other. But that was a good edge guard coming off. Palmtree is really impressing me in terms of his team play here, going into this best of 3. Is the first time that I've seen him on stream today.
Yeah, I feel like I need to know more about the background of Palmtree Panic, just because I feel like you got a name like that. I'm like, I would expect to not see that in EU. You know, I'm like, are you like from the Caribbean? Are you? But like, I feel like where
if
the
it's
Palmtree's
like,
at?
yeah, it's like or like an alternative rock album name or band name, right?
Yeah, I can rock with that. Yeah, it's like Arctic Monkeys and like Palmtree Panic.
Yeah, like it's just.
I'll rock with it.
2, 1, brawl.
Here we go, game 3. Palmtree Panic and Bamya looking really good against xJcoolJ and Djessir, which are like they're mainstay names in singles and 2s now. But the thing with EU2s, and this has been defined by Acno and Blaze a little bit, it's never been the really huge 0 to knockout combo heavy playstyle that we saw innovated in North America, right? And Bamya and Palmtree seem to have like a hybrid style of that, where they do have those team combos set up, but they like Acno and Blaze kind of just have always done like the I hit them and then you hit them while they're in the stun style, and it's just like one time, like Sayer and a Sayer, things like that. Nice edge guard there from Palmtree.
And ultimately, right, I think the magic is somewhere in the blend. We did get a bit of a legend swap here from xJcoolJ. Now we have the Kaya, which we'll see if that makes the difference. So far, not really. I mean, you have that added defense. You're still the first one to lose your stock. So
I mean, Acno and Blaze did it, so it must be good, right? that's how we evaluate these things. Oh, that ground pound comes through. Does like trade 1-for-1. xJcoolJ gets the double knockout, so I'd say overall in favor of red team. I think that the red team was at a pretty big deficit until that happened. Bamya goes in for that side sig, trying to get the team combo, but everything gets messed up from the interrupt, so damage just ends up going on both sides. xJcoolJ taking the brunt of it. Let's see what he can do. Falls down, almost loses the stock. That was an awful angle.
Yeah, it's so weird. Once you get to a certain level in 2s, you have to like ask yourself if it's actually worth it to hit your opponent in such a situations because you can just see their partner kind of waiting for you to be in the animation of your attack, getting ready to hit you, and you're like, this is an attack that I'm going to take, going to be worth the damage I'm going to get now. And it's a split-second decision you have to make sometimes. Sometimes just trust your partner's going to save you. We have a bit of kerfuffle off stage here.
Or you trust that your partner's going to take you out, and then
can him get the save?
Neither of the red team got credit for those 2 knockouts because Palmtree ground pounded Bamya, and then he missed his recovery.
Yeah, and then missed the corner, then he tried to get saved.
That was just complete self-sabotage. They bring it right back, but that was an unlucky exchange. It was a good save from the red team to recover from how weird that was, but somehow after that, blue team comes out with a small lead as xJcoolJ is the most damaged on the screen.
Yeah. Kind of silly, right? Because a play like that, you would think for certain would put the red team into the lead, and then you take a look at the stocks and damage numbers, and you're like, oh, I guess not. It's actually much closer than it seems here, and xJcoolJ getting a bit of a follow-up off of that kind of double hit.
What the nair. Yeah, that was really creative. Side stick comes down, ground pound just ends up hitting xJcoolJ. Goes for the, almost gets the egg drop. Okay, Bamya is he going to take Palmtree out again? Dodge comes back the last second. Dodges down to avoid the side stick, but he gets snared. xJcoolJ switches targets, but then ends up getting hit. Bamya and Palmtree panic, can't decide who to go for. The pogo Sair combo. Wow. Real fast here, but this is so much more doable than the last 1v2. Neutral light into side air, pokes him just into range. Both go for the edge guard here. This is crazy.
Whoa. Okay, got that kind of instant Sair tech we've seen from a Rocket Lance ages past, right? Able to go ahead and turn that one around. But
weapon throw! He goes for the delay end signal. Weapon throw again. He goes all the way down. Has to cover his head with the axe.
One Sair.
That nair is sending Palmtree flying.
At this point, we're getting into like KO territory as well.
This the Sair hits Bamya.
Got the double.
Oh no!
He got it.
That's it.
GG. Okay, we're going to game 4. Djessir is able to pull the clutch out here.
Palmtree was like 3 jump heights away from that Sair.
That's
I swear that was. Is it because it connected?
Like it has like an extended
that it like splat. I don't actually know. I don't actually know how that works. We're gonna see it right here. Oh, he was in the animation of the side stick, and that absolutely. I'd have to take the replay, but I bet you that warped his hurt box a little bit.
You know, it's so funny because I'm like, I have to ask myself, did it? Because when you go ahead and you turn off, like, you turn on Hurtbox View and Brawlhalla, like, it is just a circle, bro. So I'm like, will it have
some SIGs get weird with it.
It'll make them, like, grounded or shift them down, maybe?
If it's your light attacks and stuff, that doesn't really happen. But some signatures actually will change the part of where you can be hit. And I'm almost certain it was because of that. Like, by almost certain, I mean like 90%. I'd have to look at it. But that's my guess, because I looked at that side air and I was like, how that had no business hitting
that high. But I also know that like the axe side air hitbox does have for what 1 or 2 frames at the very tip at the top near the back. Yeah. It can hit that high if you get the timing right.
Either way, it was a great Sair. And Djessir gets two knockouts for it and a game win, avoids the 3-0. Bamya now trying to get some revenge on the right side of the stage. Down 6 the other way to try to catch xJcoolJ interrupting him, but doesn't work out. And that's going to take Palmtree down. All right, red team, signs of life here. Ground pound from xJcoolJ could get the edge guard. No dodge means Bamya's going to go down to that dive kick, and Palmtree responds with the ground pound.
Okay, that's how you have to do it. Take your trades where you can. And Palmtree chasing Djessir here. Djessir, you know, kind of keeping this set alive with that clutch play in the last game. We're going to see what's going to happen off stage here. Gets caught by the recovery, trying to hit it from below, but can't quite line up on the Y-axis. Down there? Yeah, what was he doing?
Either way, Bamya was just trying to get back to the stage. Down light, not going to hit. Landing down air. Okay, double edge guard opportunity. Palmtree goes in for recovery nair. Palmtree has like run out of steam the further this set has gone on. Like he was doing these like crazy conversions, bringing people up to the top of the stage, 5 pogos in a row. And now it seems like a lot of his ideas are missing the mark. He's getting the opening and then nothing else follows, and the red team is actually doing a great job of damaging Bamya. Down sig not going to hit just yet.
Nice.
Good combo. Gets the side sig. Has to help Bamya away from Djessir, but that's going to be a great comeback, right?
Oh, you got the touch. Actually, I could have just left there. I'm pretty sure he did not have enough resources to get back.
Again, could have just left there.
Okay. There we go. Yeah, not giving any more chances to xJcoolJ to get back, because they seem to be handing them out for free right now. But even with that said, I mean, xJcoolJ down to his final stock. Djessir with 2. It's looking bad for xJ. Double pogo gets 1. Bamya's going to try to come back here, and xJcoolJ is not going to be able to stop it.
I think that was a good trade for Djessir to like give up his like stock in red to keep xJcoolJ on his last stock, I think that was worth it.
I think that's worth. Yeah, sometimes you just like, because what, the both of you are gonna play scared the entire time of the set, and then just slowly bleed out.
Yeah, or I mean, like that was just his last stock, so it would have just been like 2 stocks to 4.
Right.
At least now they can play together as a team. Down sig is gonna take out one. Tries to go for another. Another down sig could work. Side sig misses and goes flying. I thought the weapon throw would stop it, but it doesn't.
Oh, can't really combo from that position. That's all they're gonna get.
They still
really.
got a lot though.
Yeah, good amount of damage. I'll give it up. From that position as well, it's hard to convert to a full stock. Oh.
Djessir with like 3 nairs on a Palmtree. What is happening to this guy? Oh no, he's got gauntlets as well. Axe picked up. Okay, xJcoolJ going on with the nairs. Falling side air.
Oh
Side stick gets punished, but no sidelight nair afterwards. xJcoolJ sent flying. The recovery on a terrible angle for Palmtree. Now Bamya in the 1v2. Sidelight side air will send him flying. Side air gets the knockout. It's Djessir versus Bamya. Avoids the end.
He has no dodge. Can punish him here. He doesn't go for a delay. He goes for a sidelight instead, trying to catch him on the landing. It's not going to work. Djessir has to work overtime here. Kept getting put into these 2v1 situations. The side air is going to be enough, and Bamya and Palmtree Panic are going to move on further in the winner's side of bracket and into the top 8, yeah?
Yes, in the top 8. They're going to be fighting the winner of the next match that we got on stream. Well played from Djessir and xJcoolJ. The adjustment to the Kaya seemed to have done some favors, but overall, Bamya